So there's a ton of sales going on. As you know, Black Friday is around the corner and November is the month to save, to stock up on your favorite products, to pick up some things for the holiday season. It's just a wonderful time of year. So today I'm going to be sharing the Drmtlgy sale, and they are offering 30% off site-wide, no code required, starting today, November 12th until December 2nd. Now, you can't stack codes on top of their existing 30% off sale. I know I have a 20% off code that I always provide you guys. Unfortunately, you can't use my code with this sale, but 30% off is better than my 20, and that extra 10% savings really does make a big difference. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my favorite products from Drmtlgy, my top picks, and the products that I feel work amazing on the skin for signs of aging, for hydration, and so on. So if you love this brand, perhaps you haven't tried anything from Drmtlgy, now is the time to try a few things. And I do have a lot of content on my channel when it comes to this brand, but I thought I would dedicate an entire video on the sale because I know a lot of you shop Drmtlgy. So all of the products that I'm sharing, including the sale details, will be linked below for you for your reference, along with other discount codes and related videos. Please don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell, as I would love to have you all here long term. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well, as it really does help to support my channel. So November is a time where I share a lot of sales that are happening. So this is one video, of course, that you're going to be seeing, but I've already uploaded the Deciem Slowember sale video, which I uploaded on November 1st. So The Ordinary and NIOD brands, as well as their newest brand, Loofah, are 23% off for the entire month of November. So if you love The Ordinary and NIOD brands and you want to see what my top picks are and the products that I'm going to be picking up during that sale, I will leave that video below for you, as well as up here. I've already uploaded the Sephora sale, which of course, by the time you see this video, that sale would have ended on November 11th. But as the month goes on, I will be sharing hauls, a lot of sale content. So the first product that I love that you need to try if you haven't done so already is the Physical Tinted Moisturizer SPF 44. Now, I love this formulation because it's 100% mineral. So this has a zinc oxide of 10% and a titanium dioxide of 5.5%. This is very moisturizing. It gives that glow to the skin and you're getting that sun protection. But like I've mentioned in my past videos, I don't rely on tinted sunscreens as my main sun protection because remember, we all should be applying approximately 2 to 3 finger lengths of sunscreen to our face to get that proper sun protection. Now, if I were to apply that much of this product, my skin would be very dark and it would look really unnatural because I don't bring tinted sunscreens down my neck because I don't want it transferring onto clothing. So before I use something like this, tinted, I will use a non-tinted sunscreen first, apply 2 to 3 finger lengths of it all over. And then when it comes to this product, I can apply less to achieve that nice, even complexion, because this does help to even out your skin tone. It adds color to your skin, but also it just gives your skin this beautiful glow as well. And it makes your skin look really healthy. And recently I did share a video on Drmtlgy where I shared the perfect no makeup look using some products from Drmtlgy. And this is one of the products that I shared in that video. So if you want to check out that video, I will leave it below for you as well as up here. But if you are looking for a nice tinted moisturizer that has that built-in SPF, I really do recommend this one. Next is the Luminous Eye Corrector SPF 41. This comes in 4 shades. I have it in the shades fair and medium. I use shade medium the most because it matches my skin tone perfectly, and it actually replaces my everyday concealer if I use shade medium. Now, shade fair is lovely for that brighter under eye look, especially on my skin tone. When I use shade fair, I do use a separate concealer on top just to tone down that brightness because it's pretty light underneath the eyes, and sometimes I don't necessarily want that. But let's say I'm really tired or I just need more of that brighter under eye, I will go with shade fair and then put concealer on top. And if you choose to put concealer on top of this, I'm telling you right now, your concealers sit really nicely on top of this. And this could actually replace your concealer if you really wanted to. And the shade medium replaces my concealer because this just blends right into my skin. It evens out my under eyes. This is a color corrector, so this will help to disguise any darkness, discoloration, those pinky purpley tones. It helps to give sun protection because of course it has that SPF 41. I do use this on my lids underneath my brow bone, as this is a great product to use as that shadow primer. So it really does prep your lids for shadows and liners. But then of course there's great ingredients in here to target signs of aging at the same time. This is very hydrating. Your under eyes never look cakey or dry. It might slightly settle into some fine lines, but I always put setting powder on top of this just for longevity. And when I do that, this doesn't crease at all. And I do have a lot of concealers in my collection that tend to crease if I don't set it with setting powder. This honestly doesn't even crease that much. Even if you don't put setting powder on top, it really doesn't crease that much. It's actually really wonderful, and the formulation truly is on point. So again, there are 4 shades. It has this nice little metal applicator. You just push down on the button. And in that video where I shared the perfect no makeup look using Drmtlgy products, I did use this product in shade medium and also the next product that I'm about to share. The next product is the SPF Radiance Powder, which is an SPF 30. So this comes in 3 shades. I have it in the shade fair as well as medium. So I will come up close just so that you can see the difference in shades. So you can see that this one is a little bit lighter than medium. So I just wanted to give you a really good idea of the difference in color, so it can help you to decide which one would be best suited for you. And of course there's a deeper shade than this. Now I wear shade fair the most just because it acts as that translucent shade on my fair skin. This is all mineral with a zinc oxide of 22.5% and a titanium dioxide of 12.5%. So powder SPF is a great way to reapply your sunscreen throughout the day when you have a full face of makeup on. As you know, once we have our makeup done for the day, we can't necessarily go in with liquid SPF and throw it all over our face because our makeup will get destroyed. So if you're someone that wears makeup, this makes sense. It's a great way to reapply, but also if you have oily skin or you don't like that shine, this is also a great way to eliminate shine. Now, your shine will come through again, I would say about half an hour later. So just keep that in mind. But you know, if you don't like that, then just keep using this and then you just keep getting that sun protection, really. Now, is this just as good as applying liquid SPF? No, you're going to get better sun protection when you're using liquid sunscreen. But again, it's great if you wear makeup on an everyday basis. And sometimes I will use this on the tops of my hands, going down my neck, my chest. You can apply this anywhere. And there are 3 shades, like I said, and it's just so easy and quick to use. So when you get it, there is an on and an off. Make sure it's on. Flip it upside down, bang the bottom several times. You might need to do this for a while when it's brand new. And then once you do that, flip it back around and then just rub your finger through the bristles. And once you see the powder in the air, then you know it's primed and it's ready to go. And then of course you can go in circular motions all over the face. And that's it. So I really do like this. And it's a must, especially in the summer, but I will obviously keep this in my bag for the winter months as well. Now, if you haven't tried this yet, it's a must try. This is the Neck Contouring Serum. This is their newest launch, and I actually just talked about this in another video, and you will see me talking about this more in future videos because this is lovely. I did have the opportunity to try this before the launch, and I am obsessed with this. So this is a neck serum. So this is designed to help with that sagging neck. Of course, I don't have that yet, but it is supposed to help with sagging. It's going to tighten with consistency, but also it's going to help with those horizontal lines that majority of us have now or will have at some point. It just happens, right? I have it. Tech neck, you're on your computer, you're on your phone all the time. It just happens, right? So this is supposed to help soften those horizontal lines, but also to tighten the skin over time. I love the applicator. So this has a medical grade applicator. So this is what you're going to apply the product with. And it has that cooling sensation. You just bring it up right underneath the jawline. You bring it down. Of course, you can bring it on top of your chest if you really wanted to. There is an on and an off. So you're going to spin it to the on. You're going to squeeze the tube. The serum is going to come out through the metal applicator, obviously. Once you see the serum, and you don't need much, a little bit goes a long way, you're going to spin this back so that no more serum comes out, and then you're going to apply this all over your skin. Then of course you can just let it dry or just grab your hand and massage it into your skin that way. When you first apply the serum, there is a little bit of a sticky tackiness to it, but once it dries down, your skin no longer is tacky, I promise you. So once your skin dries down, wait till this dries up completely before you go in with any other serum or moisturizer afterwards, because once this dries down, you do feel that tightness to your skin. And then of course, once it's dry, go in with your moisturizer, go in with your sunscreen if you're using this in your morning routine, and the way you go. So this can be used every day, twice a day. A little bit goes a long way. I really love it. This has niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, there is a peptide in here, and the list goes on. So if you're into serums and you want to treat the skin on your neck and your chest, then I highly recommend looking into this. I also really love the Advanced Neck Cream. I have talked about this a lot in the past, and this is wonderful to keep the skin nice and moisturized and repaired. This has a few different types of ceramides to strengthen that barrier to prevent transepidermal water loss. I do believe there are 4 peptides in here. There's also vitamin E, shea butter, and the list goes on. Now, of course, you can pair this up with the new Contouring Neck Serum. And I've done this a few times and it was a lovely pairing. Of course, you don't necessarily need both, right, in your skincare routine. You could just pick one or the other depending on what type of product texture you like better. But if you do decide to use the two together, you can. And I love this because of how moisturizing it is. It has a nice little pump. I do like to use this in my morning as well as the evening. You can use this every day, twice a day. It's a very friendly product that can be used with a lot of other types of ingredients. So if you are looking for a good neck cream, I really do love this one. Love the Vitamin C E plus F serum. This is very comparable to other popular vitamin C's on the market like Timeless, like SkinCeuticals. This contains a pure form of vitamin C, ascorbic acid at a 15% concentration. It also contains a 1% vitamin E, a 0.5% ferulic acid. It also contains hyaluronic acid and a peptide. I really like it because it's super brightening. It does help to protect the skin from everyday pollution when you're using this in your morning skincare routine. It can help to improve discoloration like hyperpigmentation, post-acne marks, and it does help to hydrate the skin at the same time. It does have that nice watery texture where it absorbs into your skin really nicely. I would say you would only need like 4 drops of this to cover your entire face. If you want to bring this down your neck, you can. You might need to add an extra drop or 2 to spread that down to that area. But I think this is a lovely option if you're looking for a 15% concentration of ascorbic acid. I do keep this in the fridge. I actually haven't opened this up yet as it's brand new. It still has the plastic packaging on it. So when I'm not ready to open up a vitamin C, I do store it in my fridge. And when it's opened, I also store it in my fridge because I do feel like when you keep this in the fridge, it helps to prolong the life of that pure form of vitamin C because ascorbic acid is very unstable. It does oxidize pretty quickly. So as soon as you open up this product, you want to use it up as quickly as possible. But I love this so much. Next is the needleless serum. I actually don't have one on me to show you because I don't have any more backups in my linen closet. So this is one product that I do need to pick up during this sale. But the needleless serum is probably Drmtlgy's, one of Drmtlgy's most popular products. A lot of people talk about this serum because it's a great anti-aging serum to soften fine lines and wrinkles, to help firm the skin, to give fullness. It's an amazing hydrating serum. as well. Now, this serum contains several types of ceramides, which again can help to repair and strengthen your skin barrier. There are peptides in here. There's niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, provitamin B5, and there is a copper ingredient in here as well, which is amazing. You guys know that I love copper peptides. I wouldn't necessarily say that this would be like my go-to copper peptide serum. I rather use copper peptide serums that have that blue hue to it, like the ordinary copper peptides. Niod has one, Biossance has one, and not long ago I actually shared my favorite copper peptide products, so if you haven't seen that video, I will leave it below for you as well as up here. But this is a lovely anti-aging serum. I've always seen great results with this. Of course, you can bring this down your neck and your chest as well. You can use this every day, twice a day if you wish to, and this is also a great serum to pair up with retinol or tretinoin if you're someone that uses those other types of products. So if you haven't tried this, I do recommend it. It comes in 2 sizes. There is a 1 fluid ounce and there's also a 2 fluid ounce. So if this is one of your go-tos, you might as well go with that 2 fluid ounces, especially during a 30% off sale. Next is the exfoliating body lotion. If you're looking for a really nice body lotion that exfoliates, that helps with ingrown hairs, those bumps that we can develop on the backs of our thighs, and you're just looking for something to keep your skin smooth, soft, and bright, this is a must try. I am so impressed with this. I couldn't believe how well this worked this past summer. This is going to be even better during the winter months when we do become quite dry. I use this occasionally on my heels. Sometimes I will use this on my hands before I go to bed just to exfoliate them. I will basically use this from my chest down. It works anywhere and it is amazing. It really is. So I am somebody that develops a lot of bumps on the backs of my thighs. There is another product that I do like to use from topicals, but I've actually been using this instead and it has performed really well. There is a little bit of a medicinal scent to it, like a chemical scent, because this contains 12% lactic acid. So there is a little bit of that lactic acid scent, but there's also ceramides in here, which I think is really important when you do have a chemical exfoliant at a 12%. There's also some peptides in here, and the list goes on. This is very moisturizing, but let me tell you something. When you use this, you might experience that tingling sensation. I know I do pretty much every time I use this, but especially so once I have shaved my legs. If I just shaved my legs and I go and throw this on top, especially like the backs of my thighs, I will experience that tingling sensation every single time, which will generally last for about 30 seconds or so, and then it dissipates. So that is to be expected at a 12% strength, but this works really well. And if you have any type of dryness or flakiness, or like your legs look a little scaly, this is going to bring your skin back to life. I guarantee it. So if you're looking for something that is really effective, I do recommend this. I do have a backup already in my linen closet, so I don't need to pick up another one. There is a really nice pump, and it does spread across the skin really nicely also. The Daydream SPF 40 Moisturizer is a must try. I don't have one with me currently, as I actually gave the one that I had going to my mom for her to try, but this is an absolute gem, especially for fall and winter, or let's say you're somebody that has really dry skin. Now this has shea butter in it. It's very rich. It's very moisturizing. It can feel a little heavy at times if you do apply quite a bit. Now remember, there is a built-in SPF, so if this is going to be your only sun protection, you do want to apply a good amount. I actually don't really portion out the amount with 2 to 3 finger lengths with this, because this is generally what I use during the winter months. And during the winter in Canada, the UV index is quite low, especially on a cloudy snowstorm day, so that's when I will resort to this cream. If it's sunny and I'm outside for a long period of time, then I will use a separate sunscreen with it to get that full sun protection. But I like how rich it is. It has that nice push down button style of packaging. It's all mineral. It has a zinc oxide of 17%. It doesn't really leave a white cast on my skin, although if I do apply a lot to my skin, I might have a slight cast. So just keep that in mind if you are somebody that has a darker skin tone. But if you do wear makeup and you do plan on wearing foundation or something on top of this, just know that obviously that white cast wouldn't be a problem anymore. But if you were just to use this on its own as your main product for the daytime as your sun protection, there might be a slight cast. But it is fragrance free. I love how rich it is. Next is the Peptide Night Cream, another popular product from Drmtlgy. Now this now comes in a larger size, which is the size that I am featuring today. So this actually is a 4.2 ounce, which is 119 grams of product. There is a smaller size if you wish to pick up that, especially if you've never used this before. But this is one of my go-to creams during the winter as well because it is pretty rich, it's moisturizing, but this is more lightweight on the skin compared to the Daydream. The Daydream is a lot thicker, probably because it has that added sun protection. This one isn't as thick and rich, but it's still satisfying to use when your skin needs that moisture or if you have that dry, tight skin barrier. I like to use this especially so in my nighttime routine, but even though this is a night cream, you can still use this in your morning routine. Just make sure that you put a sunscreen on top of this. And it's a great anti-aging cream that contains 5 types of peptides to firm the skin and to address fine lines and wrinkles. There's 3 types of ceramides in here as well. There is shea butter and vitamin E, and this is wonderful. The barrier repair mask is also quite lovely. This is great if you use a lot of active ingredients like tretinoin, retinol, chemical exfoliants, and your skin barrier is always compromised. It's dry and it's tight. This is a must. And this honestly repairs your skin so nicely. So this is a leave-on mask. You don't want to wash this off. This can actually replace your nighttime moisturizer, or you can actually use this with another type of moisturizer if your skin is seriously in some discomfort. Using 2 can work really well. And this on its own though is very satisfying to use. It is pretty thick, but it does spread across the skin really nicely. It's not that heavy on the skin, but you do have this glow. So I don't use this in my morning routine, although you probably could, but it is a little shiny on the skin, so this may or may not sit nicely underneath sunscreen if you do decide to use this in your morning routine. But it does have ceramides in it. There are some peptides, shea butter, vitamin E, there's aloe, there's chamomile extract, there is oat extract, aloe. Did I say aloe? I think I did. There's a lot of great ingredients in here to nourish, to soothe the skin, and to repair the skin barrier. And this performs really well, and you are getting 47 grams of product. I do have a backup already in my linen closet, and this is something that I've been using quite a bit since the weather has started to change a little bit. And again, I use this in my nighttime routine. So Drmtlgy has 2 eye creams. They have HPR and they have an advanced eye cream. Now, from my experience with the 2, I really love the HPR eye cream, and that's the one that I want to recommend in today's video because I think it works quicker, it works better, and I like the ingredients a lot more. Now, I don't have one to show you because there was an eye cream that I was working on, but I also gifted that to my mom for her to try because she loves Drmtlgy as well. So I said to her, well, if you like it, then I'll just pick up another one. But this formulation list has an ingredient called hydroxypinacolone retinoate, which is one of the newest retinols in the skincare world. It's powerful, but yet very gentle, and it really is. From my experience with this eye cream, I have not experienced any dryness or irritation, nothing with that delicate skin. Now, I am somebody that has been using a lot of actives around the eyes for several years, so maybe this is why I am not experiencing irritation, but if I were to go and apply tretinoin around the eyes, then I would be very dry and my under eyes would be a mess. So we are all different. So it's possible that you might see some dryness with this, or you may not, but just start slow and gradually increase your usage with this if you decide to use it. But this formulation also contains peptides, which is great. There's also vitamin E, and the list goes on. So it's designed to soften fine lines and wrinkles, especially crow's feet, helping with discoloration, crepiness, and also it can help with puffiness as well. And the more consistent, the better. So I like to use this one, especially in my nighttime, time because of that retinol ingredient. But if you do decide to use this in your morning routine, just make sure that you apply sunscreen on top. And again, take it slow and gradually increase just to see how your skin does. But this really is a beautiful eye cream to look into, especially if you're into eye creams. Of course, eye creams are not necessary, but they are nice to use. Next is the Brightening Eye Masks. I talk about this all the time. This is honestly one of the best under eye masks I have ever used because they perform, the results are there, but also they are very saturated with product. They are very wet. So when you put them underneath your eyes, they drip down your skin, and that's a wonderful thing. That's what you want. And you want to leave it on as long as possible. So I will leave these on until the eye masks start to dry up, until they start to shrivel up. And that's when I know to peel them off because your skin has just absorbed all of that moisture. And when you leave it on longer, you will see better results, especially if you're puffy, if you're lacking that brightness, that hydration. These really do rejuvenate the skin. You are getting 60 eye masks, so 30 pairs. So if you were to use this every day, which you can, this will last you a month. I'm actually almost done this one. I do have a backup in my fridge because I do keep this in the fridge. I do recommend to do that because when you put them on when they're nice and cold, it depuffs even better and it's just more refreshing, especially first thing in the morning. But I do like to use these when I have somewhere special to go, and I use them before I put my makeup on because it does provide the under eyes with a lot of moisture, and it does help to plump up that skin underneath the eyes as well. So once I pull them off, I will go in with a moisturizer right after or an eye cream to lock in moisture from this. And when you do that, your results will last even longer. So that is a must when you peel these off. If you don't do that, your results will still be there, but that plumpness will last longer if you lock it in with a moisturizer. So the ingredients here is caffeine, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, there's peptides in here, cucumber extract, there's aloe, honestly the list goes on. So these are no joke, they really do work, and I can't recommend them enough. And the last product that I'm going to be recommending is the linen mist. Have you guys tried any of their linen mists? Maybe you didn't know that they had this, but they have 3 scents to pick from. They have lavender, they have green tea, which is this one, which is very spa-like, and then they have fresh linens, which I'm sure would smell like detergent. So this is a great way to liven up your towels, your blankets. Great to spray in your linen closet just to create that nice freshness. Of course, if you're using the lavender scent, for example, you can spray your pillow before going to bed, as that would be really relaxing. You can spray blankets, decorative pillows on your couch, and so on. I need to be careful on where I spray this because I worry about Berkeley, so I do spray this a lot in my bathroom, my linen closet, and then some of my decorative pillows that he can't get to. But I love this for that freshness, and it's not overpowering, especially the green tea scent. You do smell it initially, but it is something that does subside pretty quickly. So this might be something that you may want to spray a couple of times per week or just once a week just to keep things smelling really nice. But there is an on and an off here, so you just want to spin it to one side to unlock it so you can spray away, and then lock it afterwards so that it doesn't leak out. And I do like to shake it prior to spraying, and it's beautiful. So if you haven't tried their linen mist and you're into things like this, I do like the green tea scent. Now they also came out with some curated holiday gift sets as well. I will link them below for you for your reference, because some of the products that I shared in today's video, you can actually get these in kits. So that might make more sense to you in terms of price point. So again, I will link everything below for you, including all of the products that I talked about today, as well as related videos, especially if you wanted to see my no makeup look using Drmtlgy products. So if you have any questions, please ask away in that comment section. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're going to shop this sale. I would love to get a conversation going in that comment section. So let me know what you're going to be picking up and what your favorites are. But until then, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.